I hit her with this line. I was like, I want to be the king of Mixer. Will you be my queen?
Oh my God. I'm out of here. Hot mic. Oh, we're live right now. You know, I think we should have made a custom intro for Nars being a part of this. She should have been in the tax with me. But welcome, everybody. Welcome to Super Late at 368. I'm your host, Gabe Olivero, and with me is my sister from another mister. We've done a whole bunch of work together. She's one of the loves of my life. It is the Jen Nars coming in today, filling in for Bijan. How you doing, Nars?
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so glad that I got to be a part of your cool ass show, Super Late. Although I am a big fan. So thank you for having me.
She stands. Also, you know, Nars has her own show also on this channel, GG Reviews, where her and Holly, they be chopping up about games. They get to do the fun stuff. You know, we do the interview kind of things. They actually have fun. It's one or the other. But
I don't know. Last night's episode, we were butchering The Last of Us, and me and Holly could have been more apart in for this game. So we do get at each other's throat. But all in all, it's a fun show.
It was good.
Yeah.
So mind you, I just want to take a moment before we get into the show. There's been a lot of controversy that's happened over the last 2 weeks, and one of the big ones that happened today was we lost Byron Reckful to suicide. The situation that happened, first of all, RIP Byron, you know, all the love out to you, Becca, who's his girlfriend. Today he had made a tweet that was him proposing to Becca, and today, I'm sorry, now my tone has kind of changed. But I'm calling them the monkeys, like literally the savages of the online world, whether it be Twitch or Twitter. They just came out and just they like attacked him for like, why would you propose in that way? Which I understand in some light, like this is kind of aggressive to put that out there, but they took it to a different level. They were putting pressure on Becca. They were putting pressure on Byron, and you know Byron then I guess he crumpled under the pressure. Maybe some issues got compounded, and then you know he took his life, unfortunately. So. You know, it's just we got to be better as people. We got to be better as a community. We got to be better. Like this Twitter is highlighting right now in the last couple of weeks, like what we have to fix and what we have to deal with in gaming and streaming and all that and the culture. And I just, you know, I hope that we all like can take a step back and think about like how we interact and how we talk online and treat people, because stuff like this shouldn't happen. You know, this could have been a very beautiful moment in gaming. This could have been celebrating love, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But RIP Byron, love to you, Becca. Now to get back into what is happening. Nars, take us through the headline.
Now, before we go into anything cruel and all the awful things that happened this week, let's kind of like talk about some conspiracy theories. I think one of which we kind of really want to talk about is Twitch banning Dr. Disrespect. I know you're sad about this, Gabe, but I think it's really important to shed light on this. Even Rob Slasher Breslau has been kind of like very adamant that he will not talk. He knows why Dr. Disrespect is banned. He doesn't want to come forward because there's a lot of legal compromising that might come from it. So honestly, do you want me to start with my kind of like perspective? Because nobody knows why, and everyone's trying to figure out. And this is my hypothesis, and I will say it out there. And if it comes true, I am psychic.
Drop it.
I think that Dr. Disrespect, Ninja, and Shroud are actually working together to start a live streaming platform completely separate from Twitch. And Ninja's using the $30 million that he got as a buyout from Microsoft to invest into this live streaming platform because two reasons. One, if he uses the $30 million before the end of the year, he doesn't have to pay taxes on it. And if he's reinvesting it in a business, it's a smart perspective. Another thing is that Dr. Disrespect, the whole permaban from it, probably has to do that he was going against his own TOS contract, that he was leaving the platform without having discussed it with them prior. And I think that's why they banned him, because he is going to leave, but they obviously have to go through his actual contract and find and mediate. Pretty much is the terrible divorce between Twitch and Dr. Disrespect, and they're trying to figure out the legal aspects of it.
Well, it's so funny because like you literally bit I have nothing to say. Like you took my entire win away. I thought there was gonna be something doofier, like Dr. Disrespect is actually a doctor and he's getting sued for malpractice. Like we don't even know what's going on right now. Like this whole past week, I have been sitting with so many people and theorizing on what's happening. We've put plugs together. I think one of the things that people brought up to me was going back to his past controversy with not controversy, but his personal issues with his life when he cheated on his wife, unfortunately. Something happened with one of the streamers where like maybe Doc's community was harassing her incessantly, and like you not being able to control your community is a direct violation of TOS. And being the Doc and having his scale, and like it's something that's really hard to take care of. That was like the leading one I had besides what you just said. I mean, I made a tweet recently. Like I made a GIF, not a GIF, a photo of Ninja and Shroud, and I put both their heads on Kanye and Jay-Z's body when they announced Tidal. So I was so Shridal. So now we gotta add Doc to that one now too. I think you got it, Nars. I think that's the thing that's happening.
I mean, it makes sense that Shroud and Ninja would reinvest this money that they got from the buyout from Microsoft. And we'll talk about Mixer, guys. We will talk about Mixer.
Oh, yeah.
Do not think we're going to ignore that. We'll talk a little bit about Mixer. We're going to have Covent and Britni on to also give us some light on the other perspective of it. But that's my conspiracy theory, and that's what I thought. And if I'm right, you can hire me as a psychic. All right, the next news that we kind of want to talk about is Cuphead Netflix series is getting a first teaser. Hello.
Do we have the teaser, Zune? Is they already put it out, or they're just saying that it's coming out soon, Nars? It's coming out soon? Okay.
Coming out soon. Okay.
How do you feel about this? Because like it was a great game. As a cartoon, I can see it.
I mean, but then you got to wonder, is it going to be an adult cartoon, or is it going to be a cartoon for kids? Or is it going to be kind of like a hybrid between the two? Because I can see Cuphead being in an adult cartoon, kind of like Bad Mouth or Big Mouth. I forgot that's on
like
Netflix.
An Adult Swim show, you know?
Yeah, because it's like, it would be cute if it's for kids, but like at the same time, I could see that they're trying to take it into a different light. I mean, I will watch it. I have Netflix. I'm going to probably check it out, but I'm just curious what it will be about, you know? What about you?
Well, thinking about this, I mean, I have a very romantic history with Cuphead, and that's a very big word for no reason. We played a whole bunch of tournaments of Cuphead at the Microsoft Store, me and my friend Daniel, and we almost won. But Zune and her team rigged it so we couldn't win. I'm calling you out, Zune. She ain't gonna talk about it today though. But no, I mean, I think that now when it comes to cartoons and what's really successful, like we see with like Adventure Time, Rick and Morty is a little bit more apparent in their face with their like innuendos and stuff. But like those shows that can be consumed by kids, but also adults are really successful now because adults and people of all ages, they like cartoons. Like just because you're 50 or 30 or 40 or 24 or whatever, doesn't mean you don't like the stuff you like when you were a kid. It's just like maybe like themes have changed and like you want something slightly a little bit more mature. You could probably see like that's why anime is so popular now because it's like a more of a mature version of cartoons. My other question is Cuphead on this show for Netflix? Will it come pre-packaged with Teslas because Cuphead is in Teslas? So like, is there like another collab here with Elon Musk? Like, is he self-producing? We don't know. But I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, all we can do is hope and wait and watch it.
Soundtrack's amazing.
Soundtrack is 1000% amazing. Maybe they'll use the same soundtrack for the series. The next bit of news for today is Discord is rebranding. They're shifting away from gaming. They started to become more of an inclusive community for all types of kind of like hobbies and interests, whether it's hiking or it's nature walking or it's painting. Like there are a lot of Discords. There was one particular Discord that I will not name that was permanently banned because they had a particular hobby, which was kind of racist. It was kind of a racist hobby. So they were banned, but Discord is actually taking a lot of implementations to ensure that their community online is completely holistic, safe, and that people are utilizing Discord for good causes and good communities and good connections. So good on Discord for that.
Discord.gg/368, Discord.gg/368, Discord.gg/368.
Yeah,
and then Nars, what's your Discord? What's your Discord, Nars?
You have to sub to me to get to my Discord.
Wow! The plugs. I love it.
Yeah, I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You want to come check me out? Check me out. All right. One of the biggest announcements for this week, though, it comes from NBA 2K21, which reveals 3 cover athletes. I know this is something you're really happy about because they did make some changes and revealed some different players that should be on the cover to be recognized, particularly Kobe.
Yeah, I know they released 2 variants of the Kobe cover that's coming. There's one with his classic 8 jersey back in the day, and then one with 24 Kobe, Mamba Kobe. Everybody's more familiar for. I mean, I woke up this morning. That was the first thing I saw on my phone, and I literally started tearing up because right now I'm almost choking up because like Kobe to me, and I know people from this generation who's my age group in the 20s who watch basketball, like he means so much. There's so many great memes about Kobe. I mean, if you ever want to laugh, type in Kobe 81 olives on YouTube. It's one of the funniest commercials ever. It was like an inside joke between another player. And no, this is great. I mean, I also want to see from 2K in the future when we get to 2024, I want to see another Kobe cover with my brain. I forgot for a sec. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I just want another Kobe cover in 2024, and then reveal it on August 8th, August 24th. My God, that's what it was. My brain was farting. Which should be the numbers of Kobe's jerseys put together, August 8th, 24th. And yeah, that's one thing I have to say about that. I mean, I love that. A lot of people were excited. It's great.
Absolutely. And it's really cool that they did that, especially if there was a lot of controversy about like why isn't Kobe on the front cover, but they immediately were like, he's on the cover. We were just kind of like slowly getting to there.
Change the NBA logo. 2024. When he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, change it to Kobe silhouette. That's it.
Alrighty. The next piece of news that kind of is weird to look at, it happened over on Twitter. XQC, Alinity, Jessica Blevins, and Ninja got into a heated argument over charity controversy. It was really, really weird because XQC pretty much was like saying that certain people that do charities are paid to do charities. And then obviously Jessica Blevins, who's Ninja's wife, came in and said that that's not true. We've never taken any money for any philanthropic work. Philanthropy work. So I think it's a bit weird seeing that we saw this conversation happen in public. Ninja had to actually step out from the darkness and try to check everyone, to which Alinity, I think, came out and was just like, if I was ever on a team, it wouldn't be yours, Ninja. And he was like, well, at least I don't abuse dogs or cats.
Yo, dude, when I read that tweet, I tweeted immediately because I have alerts for Ninja set up. And I immediately commented like, yo, Tyler, chill. It was like, this is too much, Tyler. You going in hot. No, that was a moment. And then it started a whole beef between, they all started going back at each other, which is like, it was looking like WWE right now. Like these streamers are warring out. I'm like, first of all, I'm here for the fight, the pop. I was ready. I was Michael Jackson gifting it the entire time. I'm like, yo, more of this popcorn. Let's go. More of this sauce. But no, it was that. I did not expect that, but that was great. That was a great moment.
Yeah, and she immediately excused herself after that. So at least she has some.
She walked out because Ninja killed her shit in that tweet.
He shot her.
Like, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
Like, go back to your hole, gremlin.
Oh, wow.
I don't approve of animal abuse. I do not. I don't care.
Yes.
Moving on, Microsoft is to permanently close all but 4 physical stores. The 4 physical stores will be the flagship stores. So we're talking about the one in London, the one in New York, the one in Seattle, and then the last one is in Sydney, Australia. So if you want to go to a Microsoft store, if you want to buy a Microsoft product, you're going to have to do that online. And do you have thoughts about like why they decided to do this?
Well, I think that headline in and of itself has been very misleading. I mean, they're closing down the retail experience of their stores. Like, just what's happening with these stores they're becoming more of experiential places, like places of learning. Microsoft has done like a whole bunch of boot camps and things at the Microsoft store to connect people with technology, robotics, etc. We see this at Apple locations. Like Apple was the pioneer of this like experiential retail experience, which is why people love going to Apple stores, because you're not just going there to buy a phone. Like you can go chill, put your Wi-Fi on. There's a DJ, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So I mean, the nature of retail now is like, most people buy their stuff online, especially when it comes to tech. Like some people will go into stores to see stuff out, but usually it just happens online. Like, you know what you want, or you look it up. But being able, I like the move to go full retail. I mean, full experiential and no retail. Because that Microsoft store in New York, we're both like, we have a long history with that place. Now you can change every floor to be so many different things. Like they have the esports studio, they have the extended gaming studio. Then what are they gonna do with the main floor? Like, what's gonna happen? I'm excited. And let's go. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think the lockdown really affected the stores just because obviously social distancing, we're not allowed to have certain people within 6 feet. So when you're talking about like some of these smaller Microsoft stores across the country, they just couldn't even operate on the normal situations because they just are not getting the revenue to do it. So having just these 4 stores kind of like be the only stores makes sense. But at the end of the day, like we still have to see what happens. I mean, with everything that's happening with Microsoft, like it's really looking not too good for Microsoft, obviously with the whole Mixer thing, which we'll talk about with Coven and Britney later. But I think like, do you think this is like kind of like showing us that Microsoft may be falling off the deep end?
I think that's like giving them a slippery slope, where it's like, because of what happened with Mixer, X, Y, and Z is happening to the company. I think that like COVID in and of itself is such like a crazy thing that if we were to have retail experiences in New York City, which is like the densest place in the country, like it's going to be such a liability because one, not everybody's going to get like vaccine or have antibodies to deal with this type of thing. So it's like it's going to get transmitted, and things transmit in the city so easily. So when you go experiential and eliminate retail, you can create more control over how many people you allow in your space, how many people are allowed for this. Like, is it a ticketed event? Is it a private event? So I think that's like also what I thought about when we were speaking about. Like, I think like that's a good move, and that's why it makes the most sense. But I mean, Microsoft, their E3, like their announcements and stuff, they're looking pretty strong. Their services are looking great. Their cloud services. And I don't think that this is any indicator that they're falling off. I think they just got like a lot of bad PR right now.
A lot. And hopefully they can recover that before the end of the year.
Fire Natalie Domingo.
Okay, shots fired.
Again, we got to say it every episode till it happens.
Wow. Okay, moving on to more positive light. The Last of Us Part 2 sales break 4 million copies. The Last of Us Part 2 follows the story of Ellie and her new comrade Dina, who traveled from Jackson to Seattle. We won't bore you with the spoilers, but if you're looking for a recap or kind of like a review from us, you can check out GG Reviews, which is in the archive videos of The Last of Us Part 2. Have you played the game yet, Gabe?
No, I have not touched it. I haven't played really any games besides Valorant these last couple days. I definitely do want to touch it because when Last of Us 1 came out, I used to write for a video game website, and like that article I wrote was the first one that ever popped off for me, and like because I was deeply invested in that game because it did things I thought that no other game did at the time when it came to story. So I'm definitely gonna get involved. I've been avoiding any streamer entirely, and we have Britni who's like killing in the game right now. She's been streaming it every day, so maybe she can say some of her thoughts on it as well. But I'm excited. How's it been for you so far? Have you been enjoying it?
Honestly, I wasn't prepared for it. I'm gonna say this right now. If you're not prepared for an emotional fuckery of a roller coaster ride, do not pick up this game.
It's dark. It's real dark.
It's dark. It's really dark. It's really, really dark. If you're not used to darkness, if you're not used to killing dogs, like I am,
which Britni does on stream.
Britni does it easily. I'm gonna have to walk her through. I need some pointers. I couldn't do it. Huh?
No, I remember when we were talking to Britni off camera. She was like, we were discussing like, if I don't do it, it takes me forever to get through this stage because of like how they've changed the AI system in this game and how it's just like made to just ruin your day at every angle. So it's kind of like, it's like, do you do it? Do you don't do it? Or do you get killed? Is your game gonna last an extra 6 hours while you try to figure this out? We don't know. But nah, I can't wait to play. Worth $65. Worth $65.
You'll have to watch the video to check out my review.
God. All she does is plug.
I'm just saying because like everyone has their own perspective. Like some people, there's a lot of controversy with this particular game. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. And I feel like it would be unfair for me to be like, I hate it or I love it, because then that already like, dilutes the actual game itself. A lot of people are calling it a masterpiece, and some people are calling it a work of trash. So it's like you have a broad spectrum to look at. So do your own research.
Right now, Britni's in chat going, yo, chill. Don't put me on blast, yo. We'll have to have Britni on when she can defend herself.
So we'll have her on really soon, guys. Don't worry. But moving on to the next news for today, it's really upsetting that we have to bring this up, but we have to talk about this. There are allegations that Twitch is finally starting to ban streamers who are accused of sexual abuse. Over the weekend, 50 women that has now been up to 100 have had multiple allegations against certain streamers. Some of them are Bless RNG, Wolf21, and some of these have been outstanding accusations. They're not things that have happened overnight. These are accusations that have been brought up to Twitch's attention for years, and they're finally going across the entire platform and banning some of these figures. A lot of these streamers have come forth and admitted to their sexual misconduct and to their sexual abuse to their victims, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because these things all not funny. It's weird because these things not weird. I can't get the right word for this to even describe it. These things have been bleeding into other mediums in gaming, like FGC has had a whole bunch of stuff happen recently. There's other games like involving shooters that we were talking about with Covent. He was saying that, this is blended into Halo, into COD, etc., and how all these streamers and creators and people compete in this way, like how these allegations have been coming up. I know I personally have to go through my list of people I've known since I was 15 because there were a couple names that came up on that list, and like I need to have conversations with these people, and like it's like a whole thing that it's It's crazy, man. Like I didn't expect this, and now it's like every day a new name gets popped up. Like today we had, which wasn't specifically for Twitch, but Nairo, who's a really well-known Smash player. Like, you know, they popped for something that was happening, and you know, now I think he's been deplatformed as it is right now. And then we had yesterday something with Senpai. I know you're really heated right now with what's going on, so I would definitely want to get your 2 cents.
I think we just want to wrap this into our next topic because it kind of is the same. Several FGC Smash Bros. Players, pro players, gamers, TOs, tournament organizers have been accused of sexual misconduct. These include D1. This includes Mr. Wiz, who is one of the founders of Evo. This includes Cinepai as well, who has been accused of sexual misconduct to a minor who was 14 years old.
Yeah.
And so this is crazy how children and women are constantly are not giving the support to vocalize what's happening to them. It took years for some of these victims to come forward, and it's only now that this is coming out. And I have to point out, we have a comment in chat, Angel of Envy. Yes, why did it take so long to deal with this? And I think it has a lot to do with the structure for the foundation for these victims to feel safe coming forward was not there for them, and they could not come out because they were terrified. We're talking about some, and I think this is really crazy because Ludwig, he said it really, really appropriately, and I wrote notes about this, and this is what we have to say, is that there are people who play video games very well. They're good at games, but that doesn't mean that they're good people. And the problem is that when we see these people who are good at games and becoming community leaders for kids and for women and for everybody else that's a part of this vibrant community, and they do bad things, they sabotage every effort that all these people work to make this happen. So what we have to do, it's our responsibility now to get rid of those bad people who are good at games, and then we're going to see more good people who are good at games rise up and take the responsibility of being a community leader. And those are the people we should look up to. We should not be looking at people who are toxic in the community, that put people down, that use people, that manipulate people, because that'll perpetuate the cycle of the toxicity on any platform. It doesn't matter if it's Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Facebook. The gaming community needs to band together and protect the people that are gamers, that are us. We're all gamers at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much said that beautifully, and you came in with all the heat that I was expecting you to come in with right now. That's pure Latina fire. No, yeah, it's crazy because it's just like you would think. Like the beautiful thing about gaming, right? And I've always said this, is that gaming is one of the only mediums that it doesn't matter how tall you are, it doesn't matter how big you are, it doesn't matter like what you look like, whatever. You can pick up a controller and play, even if you're missing a hand, or there's people who have no hands who play with different things, people who can't see who play video games. It is the differentiator in culture where anybody can come together and come to have this love and this experience and make all these friends. I've made so many beautiful friends over my life, like playing video games. Like if I didn't have video games in my life, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't know the people that I know. And it's like Max Ketchum, who's a tournament organizer for Smash, just to bring this up, he had a tweet that I felt like encapsulated, like he meant really well with his tweet, but some people like picked it apart a little bit. He said that as tournament organizers and people who do these things, like these community leaders, we've never been equipped or not equipped to like handle these types of situations, because it's true. You have a 14-year-old, right, using the senpai situation, and then you have a 24-year-old at an event. And these people mix because of the nature of what gaming is. So we need to come up with more concrete ways to like, there's parental supervision at every event. Like maybe you have to come with a parent if you're under the age of 17 or 18. Like you can't be there by yourself, because clearly no one's looking out for you from what this is looking like, what this is coming out to be right now. Because like the media will take any opportunity to take this right now, put it in the news, spin it as they always do when it comes with anything that happens, particularly with FPS games. They'll take that and spin it like, oh, gamers are aggressive, gamers do this, gamers do that. No. Those are a few bad apples that cause bullshit, and then we all got to pay for it, and enough is enough, and we can't be doing this anymore. That's all I got.
And those who are bad at great games but are great people too,
beautiful quote.
You belong here too. You are a good person. If you're a good person and bad at games, you still belong here too. What the hell?
If you bottom fragging, we still got love. We still got love
for you. Don't worry about that. I definitely want to move on to something that's kind of funny. Our next piece of news is Twitch suspends Donald Trump's live stream.
Forgot this was on the headlines.
Not surprised by that. They of course he went against TOS regulations for Twitch and started saying some hateful conduct, and so Twitch obviously suspended there was a suspension and they just like banned him because he defied the hateful conduct on the platform. And I think this is really cool how Twitch is slowly having a zero tolerance. They're having a zero tolerance when it comes to racism, zero tolerance against sexual abuse, and zero tolerance against manipulation of minors or just the platform in general, or manipulation of their own contracts. So they're progressive. They're really trying to do their very best with trying to take care of the platform. What are your thoughts about I know it's like really like whatever, but what are your thoughts about him being suspended?
I mean, like, what do you think was gonna happen? Like it's like you're gonna press play and you're just gonna get to rock? Like you're the most hostile person in the news and the media right now, and like you especially, like, you cause a whole bunch talking about Donald Trump. Not you, Nars, of course, you, Nars. You're not the cause of, people get riled up around him and stuff happens, and it's like as Twitches, they've tried to like, mold their community and shape it in a more better direction, through the way they handle things now. It's like we can't have someone like this who potentially could incite, more damage, more hate, more aggression than possibly, than has been seen on Twitch before. People want someone to latch onto at any given point, right? Like that was the whole big fear when Joker came out. Like it was like, you're going to give people somebody to latch onto that identifies with like some negative traits of like some people's personalities. And you don't want that person on the platform because it's going to be ruining it for everybody. And like, as we said earlier, it just paints a negative light on all us. And it's good. But also Twitch has been transitioning to like more of like not a gaming platform, but just a live streaming platform. So it's going to be interesting to see like how they also handle similar cases from different people who create, like people who are YouTubers who may be of a more Donald Trump position or maybe like a more of an Elon Musk position or whatever it is, how they're going to handle like what they say and what they do, because they do want to diversify their content creators to make the platform grow. So I'm whatever, man. Funny ban, instant ban. Love it.
And our last piece of news today is we're going to talk about the Elgato releasing a new microphone. You had the privilege and luxury of actually touching it. So talk to us about the new mic.
So right now, I'm gonna put my my narration voice on. As you can see, we have the Elgato Wave 3 in front of me right now. This is it's a great microphone. It comes out at about 160 to about, I think, 200 after taxes and stuff, and you got everything. This has a shock mount pop filter. It's pretty damn good of a microphone. I usually use the Shure SM7B, and this has kind of simplified my entire setup. So I've been enjoying it. I know other creators like Harrison Heller thinks the mic's really great. He's been using it. It's got everything built in that you need as a creator, like a mixer, amps, all that, pop filter built actually inside the microphone on top of that. And my favorite thing on this mic is this mute button right here that you can just like touch off the top and it goes instant mute. I'm not going to do it because Zoom will get mad. It'll mess with the video. But we also have just like a quick trailer of our review video we put together this past week that should be coming out either tonight or tomorrow. So Zoom, why don't we pull that up? It's like only 40 seconds, so you can check it out. Wait, what is this? You playing from the beginning?
Elgato sent me a package all the way. Apparently there's only like 50 to 150 of these. I'm probably making that up. Miguel, thank you so much for sending this right now. This is their game changer.
This is just unboxing porn right now. This is close-ups, down the middle with the with the knife. This was their VIP package they sent me with like everything included. Like it usually doesn't come with the pop filter and the shock mount.
Miguel over at Elgato has sent us over Elgato solution to all the issues that we may have with audio as creators. We all know it's the most complicated thing to get right. So this is supposed to be their all-in-one package, Project Wave, to solve that issue. All right, so let's turn to the package right now. Look at this unboxing experience. Okay, so they got us some quotes. Laughter, conversation, song, music, sound is everywhere. An endless wave of expression, and you're a part of it. Your words matter. Now share your voice with the world and be heard. Your friends at Elgato.
And that's it. Cut it. But yeah, so in this video, I do actually a direct comparison between the Wave 3 and the Shure SM7B. So if you are wondering between those two microphones, because the Shure SM7B is a microphone that most people look towards for podcasting, streaming, etc. It's the creme de la creme. It's Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on that microphone. But if you don't have $400, because the microphone comes up to $400, then an additional up to $200 for a mixer and everything else you need for it. You're gonna spend $600 on a microphone. The Wave 3 is a pretty great option, pretty affordable, and there's barely any difference. So I do recommend you check out the video so you can see. And I think that's it. I think that covers it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miguel, and thank you, Elgato, for the mic. Maybe we'll do a giveaway.
Don't hype everybody up.
Not today. Maybe like 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks from now we'll do a giveaway.
All right, so y'all better stop following this Twitch channel. That's all I
Nars
got.
is gonna be in there and sign up for it and try to get it. Yeah.
They were like 10 accounts. Like, I'm ready, bitch. But I think we're gonna take a break now, and then coming on up, we're gonna have Covent and Britni as our guests for this show. We're gonna talk a little bit about kind of like their history on Mixer, kind of like their lifestyle as being streamers, full-time streamers right now, kind of the changes that they made in order to pursue that career, and kind of like what awaits them in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody of every definition along the Twitch nation, right now we got the Dastardly duo, Thelma and Louise, Shaq and Kobe, Jordan and Pippen, the power couple, Jay and Beyonce, Kim and Kanye. We got the FPS dream team, Britni Covent. Bring them in. Bring them in.
Yay! Welcome, guys. Thank
I'll
you
do
for
on the
Whoa,
intro.
whoa, we're here. We're here.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's good. That's good. We're excited to be here. I've been listening to what you guys were talking about the past 30 minutes. It's great. You guys have some great viewpoints on everything.
Oh,
know?
thank you. Thank you. Sometimes I've been told I have bad viewpoints, but when you're giving me the praise, that adds a little bit more to it, Cove. I love it. I love it.
I was definitely getting ready to jump in on some of the Last of Us conversation because I just beat it on Sunday. It was
Okay.
Spoilers.
yeah,
No
no
spoilers?
spoilers, but like, wow, holy fuck.
Spoilers, Britney kills dogs in her gameplay.
Yeah. I'm out. I'm done. I said I was gonna do this, but I'm just gone. All right, I'm out.
Quickest interview
Gabe,
ever.
you're fired. You're fired, Gabe.
You know what? Fine. It's now the Nars show. I'll see y'all later. All right, so Nars, why don't you take the first question? Well, matter of fact, wait, let me just preface. So for those who do not know, Britni and Covent, they're Mixer streamers. They are the power couple from Mixer. I have some numbers here that are pretty impressive. So Covent has 4.8 million views on Mixer, 219,000 followers, and Britni has 189K followers and 3 million views on Mixer. I mean, like, these numbers are crazy. These numbers are huge. These are some of the biggest ones I've ever seen. And like, they're pretty much Mixer OGs, and now they're on Twitch now, during the great Mixer migration. And yeah, so Nars, take it away.
Before we talk about your migration to Twitch, we need to kind of like talk about how you guys started on Mixer, how you guys met as well, because I feel like that's a part of your history and story. So tell us about how you guys kind of like got to where you are on Mixer and being Mixer partners.
Do you want to go first, Brittany? Oh, you want to go with me first? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was on Twitch back in 2012. I'm a former Halo guy. I played at like a semi-professional level, and so the scene was on Twitch. If you wanted to be recognized by anybody, you had to be on Twitch. So I had my Twitch account back in 2012, and I was kind of like, I wasn't really trying to be a streamer. I don't think anybody realized like the work streaming, that the process of it until we got older, more mature. It wasn't until like probably late 2016 that I really started to focus. And then it was at that time I heard about Microsoft acquiring their own platform called Beam, which later became Mixer. And so then I had one of my most successful streams on Twitch back in the day, 2016. I did like this 24-hour stream raising money for charity. And then the next day, I kind of like ghosted Twitch, like legit. Like I checked on my Twitch account like about a month ago, and like my stream title in my VODs were from that last stream 4 years ago. So I straight ghosted. Cause like when I commit to something, I just full send. Like I don't second guess it. I don't look back. I'm like, if I think it's a good idea, I commit to it. So I made the switch to Mixer back in 2016, and I literally just hit the ground sprinting, not even running, just like full sprint. Got partnered real quick on Beam/Mixer. Started rising to the top because like I love to talk and I'm really good at shooters. And then, the rest is kind of history, I'll let Britni pick it up and then we'll talk about how we met.
What am I supposed to say about where I started? What are we talking about here?
Yeah. Give us the origin story.
Streaming? Like, I don't know. I started
meteor
streaming.
crashed in your backyard. You found powers.
Listen, why you gotta expose me? Is this the Britney Exposed show? Is this what's going on?
Yes, we're exposing everything right now.
Jeez, Louisa. So I don't know. I started streaming from my Xbox to Twitch because I needed friends to play Destiny 1 with. I didn't know what the hell a raid was, and I was trying to figure that out. And I went from there. And I took a year off. There was a tragedy in my family. I took a year off of streaming. And I got a text, or I was scouring Twitter after a year of grieving, and found this website called Beam, and started streaming from there. Streamed every day, and I don't know.
And now
I
we're
don't know.
here.
And
Now we're
we're
here on top of your game, thriving.
Now, how did
Right.
you guys kind of like meet then? Because it definitely it was definitely during your time being a streamer on
The
Mixer.
best part. This is so
Yeah.
So I actually tell this one a lot because like I like to gush about Britney all the time. Like I feel super blessed to be with her.
He's
'Cause,
a
like,
gusher.
because I mean you could literally watch any of my VODs. I'm always plugging Britney. I'm like, yo, #1 female streamer on Twitch. She's got the dopest quality, her webcam quality, her background sick.
I know
You
she's
know,
making you look weak right now with
know,
this
right?
background, man.
No, I love green screens. I love green screens. When I'm live, I'm in the magic. But like she had came out of a toxic relationship in the past. I had came out of a toxic relationship in the past. So we are both kind of, we're new to it. We're new to this new platform, Beam and Mixer. We're kind of learning our ropes and stuff. And so it was like mid-December. We were both on the up and up. I had just gotten partnered, and she just had like started her streaming grind in the mid-December area. And like we started playing this game called Dead Rising 4.
Oh my
And I
God.
was like
Oh my
hyping it up. I was like, yo, new zombie game. I'm excited. And like I was like, oh, there's co-op. And I was like, I need somebody to play co-op with. And like I think if I remember, okay, now we're gonna have a little bit of different ways to remember this.
Here we go.
Here we go. But,
All
like,
right.
the way I remember it is that like she was in my stream. She like popped into my stream like as I was getting ready to end, and I was talking about, yo, I need someone to play Dead Rising 4 with. And she put in chat, she's like, yo, I'm getting Dead Rising 4 tomorrow. And I remember like seeing her name around the Beam Mixer other community, and I remember hearing her voice on another streamer. His name's Magnetron. I remember hearing her voice on Magnetron's stream when they were doing Killer Instinct 1v1s, and she was like shitting on them.
Wow.
I was like, yo, I didn't even know what she looked like. I just like was attracted to her voice at first on stream.
Oh, damn.
And so-
she got you sprung off the jump.
and so like I was like, yo, I was like, hey, you want to play with me? Like it comes out tomorrow. You want to run co-op? And she was like, yeah, I'm down. And so we just started flirting. Like I was being flirty. She was being flirty back. It was being reciprocated. And we're just like grinding and slaying zombies together for like, it was like our first few, interactions. We're just playing this game co-op. And then we beat the game in co-op. And I was like, yo, this can't be over. So then I slid into them DMs, and like I hit her with this line. I was like, I want to be the king of Mixer. Will you be my queen?
Oh my God. I'm out of here.
Oh, the cheese.
The cheese. I'm a man of cheese,
Yeah.
But then like I had this vision in my head. I was like, yo, like I could see if her and I, with our powers combined, we could like take over this platform and we could spread a great message. And then the birth of the power couple began.
King shit. Real king and queen shit.
King shit, exactly.
Talking right here.
You plan, you put a vision, and you execute.
You swing those corners. It don't matter if
Exactly.
you swing every time. Oh my God. Brittany, what do you think about this?
It's pretty accurate. I mean, he did a good job telling the story.
Oh my God.
You finally got it right. I mean, after what? 4 years. You nailed it.
Dude, I'm trying to figure out who's more in love with y'all, dude. Y'all, man, that was great. That was some beautiful storytelling right there.
We kept it secret though for a while. We did. So we started dating on the real low because like you guys aren't dumb to the streaming world. You understand how it works. Like when and it sucks that the industry's like that, but when like female streamers when it's announced they have a new boyfriend, like they lose support.
Yeah.
And that's such a shitty side of this industry.
Yeah.
You lose support because then all these guys are like, oh, she's off the market. Like, and those are shitty viewers that are like only watching you to try to get with you.
Yeah.
But once they learn that you got a boyfriend and it's fucking Covent, then they're like, shit, how do I compete with that? And then so we kept it under wraps for a while, and it wasn't and so our first date was E3. E3 of 2017 was our first
That's
date.
a big date. That's a big
It was
date.
a big date. I remember like my first time in LA for E3. I'm walking out of the airport and like she's like, I'm here. And I'm like, I got all these butterflies building up.
This is the
and
first
it's
time
like,
you guys ever met, right?
yeah. It's
Oh
like
my
I got
God.
butterflies like building up, and it was literally something out of like a corny ass
A
rom-com.
corny ass B movie.
Some Matthew
literally.
McConaughey shit.
Literally.
Literally.
I see her coming, like we're waiting for our Ubers, right?
Like
We're
on
waiting
our
for
phones, like, do
Yeah, we're on
I
our
see you? I
phones.
don't know.
And like I see her walking around, and I'm like, oh shit,
How
my
hard
heart's
is fast?
racing.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm like,
right.
what do I do? What do I do? We walk up, and I just grab her, and we make our first kiss right there.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
king
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yo, Britni, what was this feeling right now when you saw him? Like how were you feeling? Like
Wait,
No-
who is that?
Who?
Is that him? No, I'm just kidding.
what? I was like, wait, what? Oh my God, yo, what was her hair color back then, Cove?
Oh man, fuck, it changes like every other month. But I'm pretty sure. Was it still dark? No, it wasn't. I think it was red. I think it was like a deep red.
A
Like, I think he
maroon.
went red.
I think you're right because I'm having a hard time remembering.
Yo.
Yeah, 'cause
Like
that's one
legit,
thing
it does change.
COVID, the most committed boyfriend in all of esports, bro.
when her and I first started talking, she had like her like it was like dark brown, little blackish tones to it. And then from there on out, it was just like every other month, she was like, boof, new hair color. I
Yo,
was like, all right.
are
I'm
you
about it.
are you going back and forth with Ninja, Britni? Is that like the whole thing right now? You challenging his color hair every month?
I mean,
No, she was first.
Oh, you were the first. You were the
I did the
alpha.
half and half first. I definitely remember that. I did the half and half before he did, and I was like, "Yo, for real? I just got copied by Ninja? Like this? For real?"
We gotta find some old photos of you with the mix match
They're on
hair.
my Instagram if you want to see.
Oh, I'm about to pull that up. So would you say that one of the most powerful things about Mixer, since it was such a young, small community, the ability to build like this relationship and relationships that are like not even romantic, just friendships, are just so much more stronger on like those smaller kind of platforms?
Yes.
Don't run at the questions.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. You know, because we were a smaller platform, and so we watched it. We built it. Like Brittany and I were the face of the platform. You know, we built that platform, and because it was smaller, it gave us a chance to get to know your community at a way tighter knit.
Mhm.
So you could build closer bonds and closer friendships and relationships. And absolutely, I mean, what do you think, Brittany?
Yeah, it's.
Britney's high.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like trying to like think of everything of like what Beam was, right? Because
Mhm.
it was just it's like being at your favorite local bar where like everybody knows your name, you know, and like you just go in and it's just family. And it started transitioning into something a little bit different than that, but we still felt like the OGs knew everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
once
go ahead, Colvin. Sorry.
once Microsoft really started amping up corporate structure, and like it was funny because her and I had just purchased like a shit ton of business cards and stickers with Beam on them. And
Oh,
like the next day, like we just dropped 500 each. And the next day we
Pro.
get up and they're like, we got a big announcement. We're changing our name to Mixer. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I just dropped $500 on business cards. I put rush delivery because like they had this whole like elaborate E3 announcement ready to go. But within like the first year, you started to notice changes, you know, like more because like Beam was like two dudes with a vision, you know, Matt and James, two just nerdy coders with a vision, and then people they knew were the staff. So like during the beam days, you felt like just hanging out with the boys, you know, and we're all just streaming, you know, like I was pulling like some of the biggest viewership and it was 50 viewers. Like there's nothing crazy, you know, and when you hit like 80, everyone was like, oh my God, 80 viewers, what the shit?
I remember the first time I hit 90 viewers and I was on front page and I was just like,
Oh,
what the fuck is happening? This is crazy. And then like, I think my internet crashed. I swore I got DDoS because I was like, yo, haters are out here.
haters.
What the fuck is happening? First time on front page. My internet goes down for the first time in my life.
They're preying on your
But-
downfall.
Oh, it was crazy though. Like 90 viewers was like a huge deal. You know?
What was your peak viewership between both of you? Like, what were like your highest moments?
On Beam, Mixer?
Mixer, Beam, whichever one.
I don't know. Well, not including the channel 1 hype and the hype zones, but I'd say like high hundreds, thousands maybe.
Wow.
No, your peak viewership, I've seen you get up into like at least 2-3K at sometimes.
Damn, man, I can't even think
So
about.
I remember
I try to hide my
mine-
viewer count. Okay, I just gotta talk to the people that are there.
There you go. The good practices.
Yeah.
I remember mine because it was super huge. It was my 30th birthday. So my 30th birthday, I'd gotten tight with staff. So did Britni because we went to we're Connors. We go to every single convention. We go to E3, PAX East, PAX West, PAX South.
Because that
we
was the
plan-
only reason, like, the only place we would see each other was at these cons.
Yeah, that was our dates. Our dates were going to conventions. So while we were at these conventions, we were mingling with other partners and staff and getting to know people. So like some staff had caught wind that I was going to be streaming my 30th birthday. I got put on like the promotional front page carousel. And so I remember my 30th birthday, 18,000 viewers. 18,000
My God.
viewers. And like it sent ripples. Like everyone on Twitter was like, dude, it's my birthday too. I wish it was my 30th
But you at
birthday.
Mixer?
Yeah, like there was a lot of support, but there was definitely some shade thrown, like for sure. But it was such a crazy stream. I remember the chat was like flying. And I was trying my best to like interact and say hi and acknowledge and thank the whole time. And it's just like one of those memories that will go down as like I celebrated my 30th birthday in front of 18,000 people. And I was like, this was sick. It was fucking dope.
Dude,
I don't
couldn't-
even know how you guys managed to read all the messages. I can barely manage with like 20 people. Like,
Well, that's what it was. That's like a big difference between Mixer and Twitch is that on Mixer, the chat is, I feel like it's a little bit more spread out and you got profile pictures. So like until we started streaming on Twitch, we didn't realize how big of an impact having a profile picture is. Like you could see a lot of personality. You could see like who this person is, what type of person they are just based on their profile picture. The first time they say hi and they have a profile picture, you're like, oh, you like this anime. Oh, you have a picture of your dog. Oh, this and that. Like I can judge who you are based on your profile picture instantly, like, and see if you're gonna be a good fit, you know?
Instantly
That's like-
judge new viewers just like that. Like, oh
Yeah.
shit, you're brand new. Let me
And
give
it's
you
so
some
much easier to
attention.
read chat, but on Twitch you're just like staring like, what did you say? I was just reading it and now it's gone. I don't know. Okay. All right. Moving on.
I can imagine the really
tough.
small font on Twitch. You just like, it's like I'm looking at. I have our chat open on the side right now, and I'm just like, I can't keep up with like any of this. Mixer definitely had a way better UI system with that, and then also the fact that it had FTL at the time, like that just made
yeah.
like the user experience, like the connection, so much more real. Than I mean, Twitch has gotten better, but you know, it wasn't as good as like Mixer was at its peak.
I feel like Twitch has gotten better because there was Mixer. So like,
Yeah.
we're jaded and we're pissed that Mixer quit, but honestly, like, Twitch got better because of Mixer. So
Mhm.
it's now we get to have all these great features that Twitch has built because of Mixer. So
now
I
I
mean-
definitely want to talk about also you guys moved to Seattle to be closer to the Mixer HQ for opportunities. Can you talk to us about those opportunities and how you're holding up after the fallout?
Yeah, so that was like a big thing coming, you know, because we hadn't been together for over 2 years and we were both doing really well in our streaming career. You know, I was averaging like my peak sub count on Mixer was 4,000 subs at one point, but I was averaging anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 subs on Mixer, which was fucking huge because it was memed as like the baby platform. you know? And so I was doing really well financially, and Britney was also doing well. And every time we'd go to a convention, the staff who we'd gotten close with was like, yo, when are you guys gonna move in together? You should move in by us. Well, we would love to have you by the
They're like
headquarters.
egging us on. Like, yeah, come
Yeah,
here, come
every
here, come here.
Do it.
Yeah.
And so we're getting egged on, like Brittany said, to come move out there. So we said, fuck it. So we started like browsing and looking up houses to rent. You know, we didn't want to make it too expensive. We wanted to make it so we could drive to the studio. And so back this past October, I moved from Michigan and she moved from the Bay Area, California. And it was crazy though, because when we first moved out here, it was like beautiful.
Yeah.
But then like
The first
November
week
and
was
December,
Turkey's
gorgeous.
fall and winter.
it's different though. Like East Coast winters, like I'm used to like this Michigan heavy snow. You're not driving anywhere unless the roads are plowed. And then Washington, it's just like winter season is rain.
Yeah.
It's like the rainforest. Every day it's raining and it's like 40s, you know? But fuck, it's way better than fucking snow. Holy shit. Oh my God.
You'd rather
Like,
take
not-
rain over snow?
Yeah, 30 years living in Michigan and cold ass snow. Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we could drive to the snow if we wanted. And it snowed a little bit. Like it stuck for like one day. I like wrote my mixer link on our car with the snow. You know, it's on my Instagram also.
The two New Yorkers in here are like, yo, shut the fuck up. What do you
Like, what the fuck?
Our world is shut down when it snows.
Yo, dude, it's a wrap over here. We got like the pissy yellow snow and the sludge. Like it's only pretty for 5 minutes and then it just becomes terrible in New
Wow.
York. Yeah, you're just like sitting here like, oh my God, I remember when I was a kid and this was so cute. And you get older, you're just like, why are you doing this right now? I'm not ready. I don't got the right boots for this. I'm wearing Converse. My feet are gonna get cold. It's ridiculous.
So like to continue what I was talking about, so right off initially we got a couple basic opportunities, like just come visit the studio, come do some live shows with us. But then like so we went to PAX South in January. We got packed from PAX South, and her and I had like the PAX Pox, or who knows, but it was the PAX Pox, you know.
We thought we were dying.
We thought we were
It
dying.
was bad.
Yeah, we had fevers and sweats, and so we recovered from that. PAX East happened, and then the coronavirus happened, and so like all those big opportunities that we were going to take advantage with the studio started to get shut down because everybody was working from home. Sucks.
Yeah,
like
we
that's huge.
we got screwed like because of this, but
Did
we're
that
here.
did
Live
that
a nice house.
compound you think Mixer going out, like just like everything shutting down like that? Because I would imagine if they moved you over, like you guys probably had like some shows planned or some like really big
Yeah.
things you guys gonna
Yeah,
work
we
on.
had some shows. Like we were in talks with one of their producers. We were, and it was just like light conversation, you know, like bar talk. But like it was fun bar talk. We were talking about maybe like a weekly morning like talk show, the Britni and Covent show.
Oh,
And we would have like one of their producers in there, you know. And so we were in talks of something big because we truly believed in Mixer's vision of community first, interactivity first. And so we were in talks with some kind of like morning talk show. And so like we were super excited about that, you know?
So then when the fallout did happen, right? And like you said, like the Mixer thing is, you know, community first, interactivity first, et cetera, right? And they made this merger with Facebook. I mean, why don't you guys choose to go to Facebook and decide to go to Twitch or maybe not even YouTube?
Oh, Brittany has a lot of thoughts on
Let's
that.
go, Brittany. Let's air it out,
You see her
Brittany.
face immediately.
Have
Tell
you
me-
ever watched a stream on Facebook?
Yes.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's the okay. Next topic.
Wait.
That's it.
Have you
Yo,
ever
Norris,
watched-
defend your platform that you were
Well,
on.
Hold on, time out, mister.
Oh.
I'm gonna
He
throw
signed a deal.
I'm gonna throw my chancla at you. Brittany, for those that don't know, give us your 2 cents. I want the tea. Give me the tea.
Well, okay, so I just got done streaming for 4 years on a platform that we care about a community. We care about, you know, loving them and caring them and like caring about them. And you're gonna tell me to go tell all them that if they want to type in my chat, they have to either A, use their real name, or B, make a new account, another account on top of it, just to type in my chat? Like, I don't know. It's just
To be safe and secure.
to be safe and secure. So one of my mods is a female. She timed somebody out. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. There are no mods. Like there are no bots. Like everything that we're used to is not the same on Facebook. It's not a streaming platform in the same realm as Mixer and Twitch. Like it felt so different. It's like it's just not even the same. We don't have bots. Like my channel bot has been named Botany for my entire streaming career, and that just is gonna be gone. Like my whole community, my whole everything, it would just be completely different. And I didn't feel safe bringing them there in the first place because it's Facebook. But like, I don't know. It just felt too foreign to me to want
I
to
got more
even
thoughts to
dive
add to
in.
this when
Yeah, go
when
for
you're
it.
done.
Go for it.
Other than like the security issues that Facebook currently has like anywhere between 30 to 50 lawsuits out on it at a time for security rights violations, just for like information leaks, selling consumer information. And like it's like, oh, you're asking me because like you're a streamer, you're a community leader. You are who they see to guide them. You know, you are their shepherd. And so you're telling me that you want me to guide them somewhere that is already viewed as a negative spotlight right now. And then take apart the side that like the using of the real names and having them create gamer pages, like that's just it's already hard enough to get your community to move platforms with you. And when you have to add more and more steps into it and say, okay, well, you can use your first and last real name, or you can make a gamer pay, that already starts to decrease more and more people coming with you.
Too many
And
steps. People are lazy.
Yeah.
People don't want to do hella much. Like it's already enough just to get them to come to your stream, you know?
you know,
And
but continue.
I had one more thing. Not to mention like they offered us money to go to their platform, and it just felt like really it felt kind of disrespectful. Like they're just like, here you go, here's some money. You wanna come stream for us? Like, what? No. Like I don't want and it I don't know, it makes my opinion, it kind of makes you look like a sellout. Like you're like going because they're giving you money and they're promising this partnership, da da da. Like I just didn't I don't know. You can continue. I just had to put that out there.
Um, the one thing I wanted to add to this is that like being on Mixer, we got memed a lot. You know, like you guys talked about Slasher earlier. I'm friends with Slasher. I've been following his tweets. He's been following me for a couple of years now. His favorite joke that he did in like so many tweets, he'd be like, "Whoa, the Fortnite live event was crazy. 2 million on Twitch, 2 million on YouTube, and 25 on Mixer." You know, I like when I was proud of myself because I felt like Mixer was the underdogs. We were the underdogs, and I was crushing it in the underdogs. Like towards the end of Mixer, I was pulling like a 700 to 1,000 concurrent. And so I was like, yo, you know what? Yeah, I'm fucking proud to be on Mixer because we are the underdogs, and I'll prove you wrong. You know, just give me some time and I'll prove you wrong. So anytime people are like, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm like, oh, I'm a streamer. They're like, oh, Twitch. I'm like, no, Mixer. They
They're
kind of
like,
like turned an eye to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're like,
every
what?
convention, side eyes and shit talk. Like
Yeah, and
we had to like
I
represent for Mixer in person, you know, and like all these people thought they were better because they're on a different platform. Oh, Mixer, that's a bullshit site. Like, oh, listen, like, you haven't even watched my stream yet, you know?
and like the big thing was like Brittany and I had helped build Mixer on our backs, on our names, on our brands. And so I was just like, man, do I go to Facebook and start all over and help build a baby platform just to have them shut it down on me in 3 years? Let's just have Facebook pull the plug because it's not bringing in revenue. And then do I do that for 3 years and get memed on again? Have my name? Oh no, you're on Facebook gaming now. Yeah, what do you got? Like 10 viewers? Like, hey, I didn't want to get memed again. You know, I didn't want to have my community because like when your community watches you and loves you, they start telling their friends about you. So then your community is like, yo, dude, I love this streamer. He's inspirational. He's sick at shooters. You love him. Come watch. And then their community members like, then your community member has to vouch for Mixer. And so I was like, you know what, dude? Like, I'm tired of that. Like, I want to go on an established platform that everybody, their skeletons already out there. And they got a lot of skeletons out there. We know this, it's public. But like their dirt and everything is already out. You know, we know there's some toxicity on Twitch. We all the sexual allegations are coming to light, and we're finding out about them more now, you know, and Facebook has them, Mixer had them, and Twitch has them. The iffy bans on Twitch, but all that's public light now. But I don't want to go to bat on Facebook for a new platform and have all these skeletons come out and then have to defend all over again.
Yeah.
Like
Exhausting.
it's exhausting. My heart hurts, you know, like, and not only that, but Brittany and I have done, like, we've done numerous articles vouching for Mixer. I did an interview with the New York Times. I did an interview with the Seattle Times. We did an interview for a horror website called Dread Central. And like, we vouched for this for Mixer for so much. And I was like, dude, I don't want to vouch again.
Yeah.
I would just want to stream. I want to create content, and I want to go somewhere my community trusts. And like, it was funny on the low. It was funny because like our community is like, yo, we stand with you. We stand with you. But please choose Twitch.
Don't go to Facebook.
So then why not YouTube?
I didn't have a foothold in YouTube.
Okay.
The YouTube Twitch thing, that was going back and forth in my head. But like, I still had a lot of friends on Twitch. I had a lot of friends that were Twitch partners, and they got bigger. You know, like from the Halo scene. Like one of my friends, his name's Nated, legendary Halo pro. He does well in the Halo scene on Twitch. And so I got a friend in him there. We got a lot of friends that are Halo YouTubers that are crushing it. I got a lot of friends in the pro COD scene. One of my boys, Legion, he's doing well. So it's like, do I go to a platform where I have a lot of friends that are partners and are successful, or do I go to YouTube where I know nobody? And so that choice for me was obvious.
Now, I definitely want to jump on. Sorry, Gabe, I have to jump.
No, go ahead.
Going
Yeah,
to
go.
the next one. In the wake of the closure of Mixer, what, in your opinion, could have Mixer done differently, and where did they fail, specifically when it comes to supporting you guys and the community? And you can go all out. And
Yeah.
we'll
Oh
start with
shit!
Brittany.
You
You
got
can go
tea on
all
this
out. You're
one.
you're in a safe space.
Brittany, I know you got some tea. Brittany, spill some tea before I spill some
mean,
tea.
She got to pull up her tea bag right
I
now.
know, right?
She got back.
I mean, apart from how they broke up with us, like, I mean, what are we talking about, the overall platform, or just
What
how
do
they
you
cut it
think
off?
caused
I
their
mean,
downfall, Brittany? Like, be honest, because I think I know what caused their downfall.
what is the word
Put
I'm
it
looking
out
for?
there.
Not visibility, but like, what's the word when they're like
Discoverability?
transparency?
Oh, transparency.
Transparency. I think they needed to be way more transparent with us, and like they would preach about how they're working on it and trying to be more transparent and this and that, but I feel like I didn't like. I would get an email saying, "Hey, you just got paid," and I'm like, "For what?" Like, I don't know anything. Like, seeing the difference of analytics on Twitch, I'm like, "Holy shit, dude!" Like, I didn't know anything what was going on. Like, no, I don't know. You can go. I'll think about it. You go
Okay,
first.
I got
Like,
some tea to spill on this.
All right,
Because
I'm ready.
and this is no fault to them or their own. I think they made a big expensive marketing blunder by bringing over Ninja and Shroud and
Yep.
Gathalion and Ewok. I think that was, I understand they were trying a bold new initiative and streamer-based marketing, but I think they spread their pocket too thin and their experiment failed. Because Mixer was growing. We were just a nice little streaming platform growing. Like before Ninja even had made that transition, my numbers did go up when Ninja switched over, you know, but I was pulling like a consistent 400 to 500 average before they came over. I was doing well, and the platform was slowly growing. I think they wanted like this surge of growth, but I'm a big firm believer in slow and steady. You know, I grew up a 90s kid playing GoldenEye and reading Where the Sidewalk Ends and the tortoise and the hare story, you know, where the hare sprints ahead and the tortoise just keeps chugging. Like, I'm a firm believer in slow and steady wins the race. And so when Mixer brought on Ninja and Shroud, it put way too much attention on our numbers. It put way too much media attention on Mixer. Yeah, it got the name out there, but now everybody was hyper focusing on our numbers instead of just letting us grow at our slow and steady pace, because we were growing slow and steady. I could see it across the platform. Everybody's sub counts were growing. Everybody's numbers were growing. And I think a compounding factor of too much media attention, and then anything negative that happened, they couldn't solve it internally. It just like hyper exploded into the news. And then they spread their pocketbook thin. I mean, we saw the numbers come to light. I don't know if they're 100% confirmed, but we saw the
40 or
numbers.
50 mil.
Yeah, like 30 million for Ninja, 10 million for Shroud. And so you see that they're not doing as well as they should have been, where they were averaging 5 to 10,000 viewers. And so that makes the negative look dim. And then you're an executive, you're an executive at Microsoft, at the Microsoft level, and you're looking at a portfolio, and because you don't see people. We know that. We know CEOs and executives don't see people. They see numbers on financial reports. They don't see the Covent. They don't see the Britni. They don't see the community. They just see numbers. So I'm sure they probably saw revenue going out. They probably saw marketing dollars for Ninja and Shroud being negative like 20, 30 million. And they were probably deep in, they were deep in loss. And then so they're already thinking of a way out. Like, okay, we're losing money, And I did listen to Shroud's YouTube video and Ninja's podcast where they explained they had a lot of plans before the coronavirus hit. They were supposed to shoot Mixer commercials, Xbox Game Pass commercials, and they were supposed to do a big marketing rush with them. So I definitely think the spending on those big superstars and the coronavirus started to accelerate, what their thoughts were at an executive level. Like, oh shit, we're not getting any exposure out of them except for their tweets. We're not growing like we thought. And then you got the sexual allegations. Then you got the
Domingo,
the racist staff member. And then so now you're an executive at the Microsoft level, and you're like, okay, we're losing this fucking ton of money. Now we got sexual allegations. Now we got racial allegations. They were just like, fuck, cut it. Just cut it. And that's probably because it does look like they were planning something.
Yeah,
but
this doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, it looks like they were planning
transition.
something. And then with those final 2 check marks, they're just like, yeah, cut it. Just cut it.
So then now that you guys are on, go ahead, Nars.
I'm just going to ask, so do you believe this was something gradual starting back from the lockdown that kind of just progressively was inevitable for them to cut it off? But were you guys made aware of this beforehand, before they made this cut?
No, absolutely not.
No.
We were blindsided 100%.
The tweet that we were closing was our first acknowledgement. And that and that hurt. I mean, it hurt everybody. It hurt staff, it hurt community, it hurt other partner streamers and
Staff
streamers
didn't
alike.
even know until 20 minutes before the tweet went live.
Oh my God.
Everybody that lost their job there didn't even know. Like, not even just the streamers, just the actual staff didn't even know. Like,
it hurt us really deeply because we were very close to Mixer. They had flown us out numerous times to test insider features. We moved here for them,
Yeah, like,
so
uprooted your whole life.
A lot of the things implemented on Mixer because of like our
influence.
Our ideas were implemented. Like, we really helped shape this platform. We were really tight with them.
What do you think some Mixer partners or people who are aspiring to be Mixer partners, what do you think they need to do now to like transition over to Twitch or YouTube to like make that transition as smooth as possible?
I mean, first off, you got to be really, really transparent with your community on why you're moving and where you're moving. Because I did actually a little spiel about this on my channel last night. The whole Facebook thing, like as Britni said, it kind of hurt because they were just kind of like throwing money at us.
Mm-hmm.
Like the money thing should have been private. The fact that there was a money offering right off the top, like, we'll give you partnership and money, that kind of seemed like just like a little backhand to the face.
Mm-hmm.
And so first off, wherever you're going, whether you're choosing YouTube, whether you're choosing Facebook or Twitch or some of these young startup platforms, you have to be fully transparent with your community on why you're choosing it. Don't lie to them and say, you got to be open and say, hey, I'm going to Facebook because their staff is nice, and because they offered me money, and I do need the money right now. I do live off this, and I'm scared. So if there's money involved, you can't lie to your community and say there's not money involved, because they'll Google it, they'll find out, and then your community will be like, oh, so this whole time you said you didn't care about money, but now here you are taking the deal.
Yeah.
And then add to that, I mean, obviously it's smart, tweet it out there, post on your Snapchat, your Instagram stories, your Discord, because
TikTok?
you're gonna lose people. I
Mhm.
don't do TikTok. That's a whole nother that's a whole nother thing right there. But like, you're gonna lose people. That happens regardless. Your people don't like change. So
I mean,
you're
we did
gonna
a lot
lose
of
people.
we did a lot of restreaming too. So like the first couple days, we would just go live on restream and just go wherever you can go wherever, just connect your Mixer channel, and you're going to YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, just connect it, do a couple streams, just direct them. Like you go to Mixer right now, it looks like a rotting whale corpse, just left out for the birds. It's pretty sad to see, but like everybody's promoting, where they're going and where to find them if you want to keep watching your streamer.
So then
Now,
what are go ahead, Nars, sorry.
sorry, no, it's okay. What are the challenges you guys are facing right now, having made the switch? Obviously, it's a different environment, it's a different community, but a lot of people who have been Mixer partners and then become Twitch partners, I know particularly Cooley, have gotten a lot of backlash for being partners on Twitch, where when they're actually Mixer partners. Have you guys had any of the same sort of experiences or challenge facing some of those challenges as well?
So far it's been pretty optimistic. Like everybody, because we're on Team Astro Gaming, we're on Team Logitech, and so they've been very vocal with their support of us. And any friends that we have that are on the platform have been like in our channel, subbing to us, they're vouching for us, and they're like, hey, dude, they're just gamers, just like us. They just lost their home. So far, everybody's been super supportive of us on the Twitch side. Because like as much as we loved Mixer and we gave Mixer our heart, Twitch is our home now. So we're ready to full send.
Send it.
This man's a fragger, bro. This man's a fragger. Yeah. So then I know we spoke earlier, like on outside of this call, like on a regular Discord call, and I know you guys are talking about how crazy your stream house is right now. How like this entire place is made for content. So like, what are some of your long-term goals with what you guys are going to be doing, like with this amazing place you have?
So we have the kitchen set up already. We've been doing cooking segments at the beginning of my stream.
There you go.
The last 2 days actually in a row. I got a HelloFresh sub, and we're just out here cooking some HelloFresh food because
Yeah.
I'm not going grocery shopping right now every week. Are you kidding me? I don't want to do that. So we got HelloFresh. We cook a meal, and then we transition, which is like this really cool thing where you just literally have like a scene, and you don't have to like end your stream or anything. You just change scenes, and you can be in the kitchen, or you could be anywhere, and it's really cool. We have this like 4 cameras set up in the kitchen, and then
Jesus.
we have a whole room dedicated for green screen for VR streams eventually when we get that all set up. And we got like a little art station set up where I was doing like Bob Ross painting streams. And then eventually we want to make we have like an outdoor patio area with like a built-in fireplace. It's actually really
Oh
dope.
my
So we want to
God.
like we're working on getting like outdoor furniture so we could just be chilling by the fire, drink beer, and just hang out and chat. Like
The Britni
that
and
way-
COVID
we got some
podcast.
exciting things
Yeah,
coming. Yeah.
That way, like, so she does like the opening where she does her cooking, and then we end, and we just been transitioning back to the kitchen scene.
We're like,
where
okay,
we'll
we've
whip
been
up-
gaming for like 6 hours. I'm hungry again. Let's go back in the kitchen and cook some
Oh
frozen
my
food or
God.
something.
Then we're
like, I don't know.
cracking beers.
We're
Then
cracking beers, drinking
beers, and
Trulies,
we're
whatever.
sitting down, and we're doing podcast style where we're just at our we got this really beautiful island, and so we're just sitting at our island, and the camera's on us, and we're just like we're cheersing
Chilling.
people in the chat. We're and we're just like talking like we are now, but with the audience,
Mhm.
while food's being prepped.
So is
Delicious.
Britni the cook and you're the dishwasher?
Absolutely, absolutely.
One of these days,
I
we're
can
gonna get him to
cook,
cook.
but
okay?
like she's way better at adding flavor and
Oh my God.
I'm a
specialties.
sauce boss. Okay.
Sauce
I'm
boss.
a sauce boss.
Yes.
It ain't
But
spicy. I don't want it.
yeah, it's been pretty cool. Because like we had all this planned. We had all this planned to drop on Mixer. We're like we've been running wires galore through our house. We've been setting up cameras everywhere, and so we were getting ready to drop this whole show on Mixer, and then the switch happened. But honestly, I don't know. It almost feels like a
Yeah.
blessing in disguise.
It really does.
It almost feels
It
like
really
a
does.
blessing in disguise. You know, we were able to get partnered. We have a really dope partner account manager, and he's been really helpful. You know, like I got the OG Covent on lock on Twitch, which is huge. And right now, Britney's like underscore Nash. Britney's trying to get rid of that underscore, and she's in talks right now of getting it. You gotta embrace the meme. You gotta embrace the meme. But like, so far it feels good. You know, I just cracked 2,000 subs in my first 4 days as a Twitch partner, and Britney's like
I'm
100
almost
away
there.
from
We're
2,000
almost there.
subs.
We're almost
So
there.
the one thing I can say is that I've been saying this a lot on Twitter, is that we were bathed in the fires of Mixer interaction. Like we learned a different streaming style of people first. But when a lot of people from the Twitch community pop into our channels, they're like, man, you're just like on it with the chat. You're responding and you're slaying. Like you just dropped a 60 bomb in COD.
I get a lot of people
and you
coming
asked
in
me how
and
my
like,
family is.
oh, sorry.
No,
I get a lot of
continue.
people coming in and like asking, like they'll ask the chat how I feel about something, and I'm like, yo, you could just ask me. I'll talk to you. It's okay. What's up? Hi, I'm Brittany. Hello. Like they're
And
not
that's
ready.
Brittany,
They're not used
bitch.
to it. They're not ready. They don't get it.
No, yeah, that I mean, I would think that's like the most valuable skill you guys have gotten from that platform, just having like that connection with people and like making those conversations and having that. I mean, that definitely lacks on Twitch. So you guys have a massive advantage because like you guys understand like you have to care for your community. It's like, you know, you're doing that media work, like, yeah, PR, this and the third. What's up? How you doing? How's everything? What you ate? You know, you guys are so primed to take over, man. I see it. Like I see it. And then with this crazy ass house you got going on, I know freaking Covent's gonna live in the green screen room. It's like every day, yo, I'm in it, bro. I'm not even in reality anymore. I'm in space.
I'm
You know,
waiting for that.
even though you guys don't have the opportunity to do the Britney and Coven show through Mixer, you guys can still do it through Twitch. And I feel like that's the blessing in it all, that you can make that decision without the restrictions and regulation that Microsoft put on Mixer to put on you. Now you have all reign, all creative reign. So maybe like Coven said, this is probably the biggest blessing for you guys.
Yeah, because we weren't gonna abandon Mixer for anything. And it's crazy that like literally, so the announcement happened on a Monday. That Saturday, like we were just sitting around talking after the stream. We were like, yeah, well, it was like all these allegations started coming out and all these stories and everything. And we're like, shit, dude, like this is crazy. Like, I don't know if this is what's gonna break Mixer, but like if it does, like we're not going down, or we're going down with the ship, you know?
I just want
And
to highlight a comment really quickly from Covent. Why you mad? Apparently, Covent burnt grilled cheese.
God. Okay, so like I've redeemed myself numerous times.
Here it comes.
It was our first. It was like our first like 3 to 4 weeks living in this new house, and like we were celebrating. We were lit. We've been taking shots and drinking, and Brittany had just got done making her grilled cheese, and I was like, I'm gonna make a grilled cheese too, and so I slapped my bread down on there, and the pan was already super hot. And so if you've ever made grilled cheese, you can't have your pan too hot because your bread's going to burn before the cheese starts to melt. And so I slapped it on there. I put the cheese slices on there. And before I could even set the other piece of bread on top, I already started to hear the burn. And so like then I go to flip it and it's already charred. And I was like, no way. And the cheese was just like cold ass cheese. So like here I'm like, all right, do I eat this cold ass cheese or I go in and burn? So I flip that bitch. And I go and burn, and Brittany's like, she took a picture of it. She saved it, and then she blackmailed me on Twitter, man.
Yo.
Because I was like, I got some cooking skills. And she's like, oh, yeah, we're about this grilled cheese. And she tweeted it, and it fucking went viral. And now the meme of the story is Covent burns them. And so I've redeemed myself twice live on her channel where I went and made a grilled cheese. I brought it to her. I was like, yo, look at that beautiful son of a bitch. Look at him golden brown.
Yo,
and she's like, okay.
oh Oh,
But
is that
that
what it
meme
sound
won't
like?
die. That meme
Okay.
won't die. I'm living with it.
Fucking
Oh,
living
Covent's
with
I
it.
just
found
a
it.
giant
You wanna see?
meme, bro.
Everyone, I
Pull
need
it
to
up.
see
Pull it
this.
up.
Pull it up, please.
On my phone. Is that it? Can you see?
Wait, bring it in a little bit closer. A little bit closer.
Can't because it's blurry.
Oh. Oh my god. Wait, I gotta get my scrunchy eyes right now. Let me see.
I gotta like really like.
I'm just gonna go on her Twitter and see it. I mean, I know it's a joke. I know it's jokes, bro.
I can't
Like-
even zoom in.
But to be fair,
Oh
Oh,
wow.
that shit is
Oh,
charred,
to be
bro.
fair though,
That's a tire, bro. That's a tire. What the fuck were you cooking? Like this ain't a well done burger, dude. It's a grilled cheese. 2 minutes, 3 minutes each side. That's it.
it was delicious. It was
Oh,
delicious.
I'm sure it was. You got to convince yourself of that L.
It was delicious.
That's what it
I
was.
mean, to be fair, I like shit a little burnt. Like when I
Oh
get my
yeah.
hot dogs, when I get my hot dogs, I like them a little charred.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
my bacon charred.
That's the underdog
know?
in you, right? You like to fight for your food, right?
yeah.
This fucking guy, bro.
I'm a kid from Flint. I've always had that underground mentality. I suffered through the Flint water crisis, and then I moved out to Detroit to start over. So like I've always had that I was a poor kid. So I've had that underground mentality. Like I just got to keep fighting, you know?
Yo,
And I watched a lot of Rocky growing up.
There you go. I was waiting for But I gotta ask you guys, in light of like everything that's been going on, do you have any juicy Dr. Disrespect theories on what happened? Any
Oh, yeah.
conspiracy? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This man's eyes
Aliens.
widen.
Aliens, man. It turned out Dr. Disrespect is a lizard people, and he's making a deal, and Ninja and Shroud are aliens, and they're coming together.
I want
they're
what you're
just-
smoking.
Or they're just
What
going to
the
YouTube.
Fuck, they got in your Seattle water, bro.
They're going to YouTube and they're catching a fat check. That's probably, you know.
Okay. What about you, Britt? Oh, she's way too high.
I literally, I don't even.
Yo,
I
I
don't
got
even know what to think. I mean, is he even a doctor? Like
like about the malpractice.
this whole time, I thought he was a real doctor. Maybe he just got called away for surgery. I don't really even know. I don't know.
Well, then go ahead.
On a real note, if we're actually talking about it, I've seen a lot of rumors floating around about these new platforms, or surprise platforms. Honestly, like
Apparently, they're all three following one specific platform that's not even a thing yet, like Doc, Ninja, and Shroud.
no, that shit's fake as fuck.
Yeah.
We know the person that made that Twitter account.
What?
We know who it is. That was like a regular viewer that would just go around stream saying, "I'm spreading love. I'm spreading love. Don't forget to tune into my channel later. I'm spreading love." They did that shit on Beam and Mixer. And then literally you could go on this. I don't even want to plug the channel because it doesn't deserve any more likes or anything because it's not real. Like you could see, like even Slasher, he's like, "Yo, this shit's not real. That platform is not real." Because it's a fucking gross name for a platform. If you Google what that B word is, it is gross.
Okay.
You know, but to be real, like I think Doc had to done some fucked up shit. And Ninja and Shroud are just waiting for a contract deal.
Yeah.
So they probably got their lawyers out there. Shroud, I feel like Shroud wants to go back to Twitch. Like Shroud wants to dominate that Valorant scene. He wants his 50,000 viewers back. And I think they're just waiting for that deal. Like they're waiting for that Twitch contract. Like, yo, we'll make a big tweet. We'll do an exclusivity with you. Give us that money. Because now they see the value. They see their value. There's a number behind it. And so now I feel like they're waiting for some contracts. I have a feeling that Shroud's going to go to Twitch off a big exclusivity deal, and Ninja would probably go to YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't think Ninja likes how they handled his departure. Like Twitch handled Ninja's departure like a pissed off ex-girlfriend. You know, the way they handled his channel, the way they allowed porn to be recommended on his channel, you know, and then they learned and handled Shroud's departure way more responsibly. You know, so I feel like Ninja's going to go to YouTube. Shroud's going to go to Twitch. And I feel like Doc is like stuck in legal zone right now because he had to have done something crazy. Or it's the fucking Doc. It could
Stunt.
Or it's
Theater, bro.
It's a stunt.
You know?
Pure bait.
He was tired of he was tired of not having all the attention on him. You know, all the attention was like, "Oh my God, look at all these new Mixer people coming over getting partner." And he was like, "Yo, fuck that. I want all the attention on me." cancel all my sponsors, ban me, and
Going
then he'll
big.
come back in 30
take a
days.
month off and just
Yeah, he
come
wants a
back. Doc
vacay.
is back.
He wants a vacay. Anything, Brittany? Any crazy theories?
I mean, you pretty much nailed it between the aliens and the and the fact that he did it to himself. I don't know.
I'm with you.
Who knows?
You got. I feel like the stunt thing is entirely like really plausible.
It could be
But
possible.
it sounds on brand,
Very on brand. All right, guys, but we have the most important question of the night. What
Totally
anime
right.
are you guys watching right now? And if you are not watching anime, what are you doing with your life?
Well, we binged all of DBZ and Super, and then we took a while to finish Super because we didn't want it to be over. We got to the last 2 episodes and we kind of just like left it on hold. We're like, we're not ready for this to be over. Okay, I know, whatever. And then we watched My Hero. My Hero Academia. We love that.
Favorite hero. Favorite hero. Who's it? Who?
I mean, I love Midoriya. I love Midoriya, but
Go.
I love All Might. I love All Might.
That's why I fuck with you, bro.
I love All Might.
Why?
I am here.
Oh nah. Hold on. You doing dubs? Go. Nah, I'm sorry, man. You just lost.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Sub only.
Hold
Sub
on.
only.
We read chat for a
I
living.
read chat for a living for 10 hours a goddamn day. You think I'm gonna sit there and look at the screen for more? Like, come on.
I literally read almost every message for literally like 6 to 8 hours a day, 40, 50 hours a week. I'm reading a million messages in chat. And so like the last thing I want to do is end my stream, take a bong rip, and then read more. I just want to lay back in my bed. I want to get on Twitter on my phone, get on Snapchat or Instagram on my phone, and just listen. And I mean, small theory out there. A lot of people probably love, natural anime with subtitles because they can't understand Japanese, so they don't understand what bad voice acting is.
Whoa!
So they're just like, oh my God, look at this language I can't understand.
Cancel this man. Cancel this man. Yo, Zoom, turn this shit off. Yo, what is he talking about? Yo, get this man out of here.
But like, here's to add to my point. The voice actor for Vegeta is also the same voice actor for All Might.
Yeah. He voices like 80% of everything, bro.
Yeah. So like I heard it like the first couple of episodes of My Hero. I heard the All Might voice, and I was like, motherfucker, Vegeta. And I was like, and Vegeta's my favorite character. I got these. Yo, check these out. You're gonna love these.
I'm with you, bro.
These are I'm becoming a shoe fiend as time goes on.
Oh, you got the Adidas.
I got a collection of Ultra Boosts going on. No, these are even fancy. These are one of a kind anime artist drawn Vans, high top.
You know. I gotta hit
done by an anime artist.
I gotta hit you later on. There's a New York City guy who makes custom sneakers. He makes custom Jordan 1s, and he makes them like he has a couple themed ones, like a Vegeta themed one, a Brawly themed one. You 100% love them. Like those are dope. Those are dope. I like those. It's fucking.
So being a Vegeta fanboy, because like I get it, everyone loves Goku. He's like the
Who
guy.
loves Goku? Like no one says we stand Goku. Ever.
People do. I'm like, who's your favorite? They're like, Goku, Gohan. And I'm like, yo, fuck Gohan.
Small ass. Thank you. Those small brain ass people with the Gohan pick.
Vegeta was the true dynamic character who was a villain, bad guy, asshole,
bro,
father character.
Yeah,
he's still a little bit of a dick,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he changed.
His neck has more character development than anybody on the roster, bro. Like, yo, you know what? Like, this has been an amazing conversation. You guys have, I can't even look at you no more, Cove. I can't with those dove marks. What's more important is like right now, in these like since last week, since we interviewed Split last week, we've been trying to highlight mixer creators to help like their transition and like get more like views on them, etc. Are there any creators right now that we can toss to for a raid as we wrap things up?
Yeah. Britni has one of her favorites she'd like to raid.
My girl Reggie. I gotta throw some love to her.
Yo, can we get the raid command in chat? Where's the links? We gotta get this set. Bijan did it last time. Yo, Nars, you know how to raid? I don't know how to raid on Twitch. I'm a dummy.
Raiding is weird. Raiding is weird.
There's a command.
We're new here. here. Hi, hello. We don't know how to work.
Let's
We don't know
see.
how to do it.
Okay. She Zune, do you have the raid?
Yeah,
You know
she
how to
got
do-
it. She got
Okay.
it. Brittany
She's
got
gonna
it.
handle it. All right, perfect. Okay, cool. So then, guys, as we wrap it up and we toss to Reggie's stream and get her some views, etc. Are there anything you guys have coming up that you want to put awareness to? Anything you love, etc.?
Shit. The new game Hyperscape just dropped, and Brittany and I are gonna go hard on that game.
Get them in
You
the
know,
game
He's
because their
actually
codes
playing
ain't
it right now,
working.
so that's why I want to
Yeah.
get a
No,
sneak
yeah, our
peek. I
codes
wanna
aren't
watch
working.
that.
Like, but we're excited for that. We're excited to grind something new, a new adventure, because Brittany and I we're fucking like, we are full senders. Like when a new game
We are
comes out,
grinders. We
we
play
end the
game
stream and then we play off stream in the Discord with our community for like 6
4 hours.
hours
Like,
until like
literally.
7 a.m.
Oh
We
my
go to bed, we wake up and we do it again. And then we take we stream 6 nights a week. We take Mondays off. That's it. And
Wow.
Mondays isn't even a day
Yo,
off
you
because
guys
it's
are
laundry,
Because we're
fraggers.
working and doing things
dishes,
off stream. Yeah.
cleaning, and shit. With switching to Twitch, we had to customize sub badges, bits badges, new emotes, new alerts. So like it's been
It's been a lot.
overdrive.
It's been a crazy week.
Yeah.
I feel like this week has been, well, last week has been like an entire ass month. Like it's been ridiculous.
So what are your guys' socials so everybody knows who's in here who may not be fans of you guys yet? Or they better be fans now because this is like one of my favorite news. This is actually my favorite interview we've done. I've loved this so much.
I mean, you can see why we did so well on Mixer.
I definitely
got-
see the power couple.
You know, we got the personalities. Her and I bounce off each other. You know, we got energy and shit. You guys haven't even seen us slay yet. You know, we're like in Apex. We're just squad wipe while we're talking in chat the whole
I'm
time.
doubting. I need to see this live. I gotta see this
we
live.
hit Pred every season. What do you mean?
I mean, but it's Predator and Apex. I mean, it's not like you're, you know, let me see you get Radiant and Valorant, then we can talk.
Okay,
you know?
let's go.
If you want to get a hold of us,
we still play out.
On Twitter, I'm at Chris Covent. On Instagram, I'm at Chris Covent. And twitch.tv/Covent.
Wow, really great. Thank you. My Instagram.com/Britni. What's my Twitter? Twitter.com/Britni tweet. And twitch.tv/Britni _.
We're working on getting that
We're
taken
working
care of.
on it. We're working on it.
Nars, can you take us out?
I will. Firstly, I just want to say, having seen you guys grow on Mixer and now on Twitch, I am so happy for the both of you. I am so proud of you. I've known you guys for a very long time. So I'm so grateful and I'm so happy that you guys have been able to overcome this whole Mixer thing and are blossoming and blowing out Twitch out of the water. It's kind of like fabulous how you guys are stunning. You guys are the Beyonce and fucking Jay-Z of now Twitch, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. So thank you guys so much for joining us on this interview. Guys, if you want to be able to follow more of 368, you can be able to follow us at Twitter and Instagram at 368. We have shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday here at twitch.tv/368NYC. If you want to follow Gabe on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow Gabe at Gabe Olivero, both on Twitter and Instagram. Myself, I am Nars on Twitter and Instagram. But let's go give Reggie that raid. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's go give her some love, guys. Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Drop the fat raid, Zune. I need to see this happen right now.